So one of the things that I wanted to clarify up front on this, guys, is this is a test ride. This is not a bike review. Guys, Lance here from the Rocky Mountain Life channel. And yes, you can hear the two-stroke. I am on Ferret Face's 2022 Rieju MR 300 Pro, I think is what it's called. So I get a pretty good feel of what a two-stroke is going to be like. Where did they go? So standing is awkward for me. Bars are a little short for me. That's my first impression. Sitting down isn't too bad for me, but standing, the bars are feeling pretty low. I think I've gotten spoiled by having the bar risers on my Beta. So one of the things that I wanted to clarify up front on this, guys, is this is a test ride. This is not a bike review. I got a comment put on one of my videos a while back. They basically told me I needed to learn how to ride before I started doing bike reviews. And I just ignored it. But my thought was, actually, he needs to figure out the difference between a test ride and a review. I don't pretend to know enough about these things to do full-blown reviews on anything other than my Beta 500, simply because I've had it for over 3 years. But everything else, I feel unqualified. So this is not a review. I mean, there's going to be some statements that I'll make that'll sound a bit like a review as I talk about what I like and what I don't like about it. Well, this is a test ride, and I have no idea where I'm going. Clutch is super soft. I mean, super light pull. I like that. One finger easy. However, the takeout on it's a little different than what I'm used to. I love the shorter gearing on it though. I'm already in, what, third or fourth? I would never be in that gear on my bike at this speed. It would be second. So Ferret Face has always told me that the suspension on this Rieju is a lot stiffer than what we're used to with the Betas, except for maybe the race editions. And I can feel that. This is definitely stiff. So it makes it just a smidge on the harsh side when you're not accustomed to it. But as I've mentioned in recent videos, I've gotten to where I kind of like the stiffer suspension. Sort of makes me feel like I'm a little more in control for some reason. I think I just have to get used to the harshness on some of these hits. And of course, you know, if it was my own bike, I would play with the clickers and things, even though I don't really know what they do. I don't really understand suspensions, rebound, damping. I know what the word rebound means, but I really don't know exactly what changing clickers will do off the top of my head. But I'd have to do some research and fuss with them a little bit. So out in front is Meeker Extreme. This gentleman right in front of me here in the gray on the KTM is named Paul. He's a guy we just met out here this morning. And he asked if he could tag along because it's always safer and more fun to ride with other people. And of course we said sure. Behind me is Super Dave on his 2023 Beta 300 Race Edition. Meeker Extreme, Meeker Extreme, by the way, is also on a Race Edition 300 two-stroke, but his is a 2021. It's taller than my Beta, and it definitely is stiffer. But I'm also fat, so that's probably a good thing. Definitely still some snow down here in the shady areas. It's a beautiful day though. It's the last day of January. Oh, mud. So we're in an area today that doesn't get as much snow, a little warmer part of the state, which helps for riding in late January. This is definitely testing my skills though, especially on a bike I'm not familiar with a clutch that feels a little different. It's also tall. However, I am also tall, so that helps. Uh-oh, got his skid plate wedged up there. There you go. Take a little weight off of it. Nice. I'll be lucky if I can do that. Right through the middle? Man, I don't know, Mark. It's also icy down here.
I'll give you a little push.
You sure you don't want to ride it over? I don't like this.
A lot of boring math later.
You guys are trying to get me killed. Whew.